Welcome back to Clever Writer by Heather. Authors and writers, this is the place where you dream big, create stories that inspire others. Today we're going to actually be working on more effective writing. Now, in my previous videos, I talked a lot about different grammar nuggets to help you gain more confidence in your writing. If you want to see any of those videos that kind of help you overcome those grammar traps that sometimes we come across as writers, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Just click the button up top and hit the bell. You'll stay updated on my latest videos and all of my writing tips. So I want to show you today on how to write more actively rather than passively. Now, in all of my professional writing courses, one of the main themes that they have is that in order to write more effectively, we need to write in the active voice versus the passive voice. And I will show you how to do that. So I want to grab some inspiration from Maya Angelou. She's an American poet. She was also a civil activist. This quote that she said, that there is no greater agony inside of you than an untold story. So as a storyteller, I want to encourage you to just sit down and write out your story, whether it's a memoir or a novel or even an autobiography. It doesn't matter. Or just a cooking book. That would be great if you have a story inside you that can share what's stirring inside, because there's a storyteller in all of you. I know there is. You just have to believe it yourself. So that's what we're here for, is to help you. So I just encourage you to just keep on writing and to never let anything stop you. All right, we're going to jump into our teaching today on learning how to write more effectively by learning how to write in the active voice versus the passive voice. I get a lot of questions about how to communicate more effectively in writing. By far, the most common problem is how do you write in the active voice rather than the passive voice? If you've been wondering about learning how to write more effectively, I'll show you in just a minute through this training session if you stick around. In this training, I'll explain why writing in passive voice is problematic for us as writers. The biggest mistake most writers make is writing in passive voice, meaning that the writing appears vague to the reader. It becomes unclear to the reader what you want to convey in your storytelling. I'm sure you realize that grammar errors can prompt a shortage of readers. Your readers probably won't pay attention to you so much if you are reliably committing grammar errors or composing confusing sentences. Suppose you distribute your work out to literary agents. In that case, learning effective writing gives you sentences and paragraphs that flow gracefully, making it easier for them as readers to enjoy your story. We want to use concrete language, the active voice, rather than vague language, the passive voice in our storycraft. The passive voice is less direct. The subject is acted upon by the verb. The passive voice is less straightforward about who or what performed the action. Here is an example of writing in the passive voice. The dog was chased by the toddler. To overcome passive writing and write actively without confusing our readers, we need to understand how the sentence subject performs the action of the verb. Let's look at the next example. The toddler chased the dog. Using the active voice in this sentence, we see the sentence subject, toddler, perform the action, chased. Writing in an active voice uses fewer words, making the writing more concise and efficient. The active voice is the most common way to construct a sentence. It results in the most straightforward writing. It also creates a faster moving narrative, making for more comfortable writing and a more engaging reading experience. This is what we want as authors. Creating more engaging stories means selling more books. Well, thanks for being here with us at Clever Writer by Heather and learning these new skills today and learning how to be more effective in your writing in the active voice versus the passive voice, and actually growing confidence in doing that. Remember what Maya Angelou said, okay? That there's no greater agony than the story that's untold inside of you. So get present to what that story is and just start to write it down. And then you will have a novel before you know it. And find people to surround you and to support you, to help you keep going. And then keep learning your skills. Hone those skills. Take those classes that you need to take, and take writing boot camps. Join a writer's club, whatever you need to do. All right, until next time, happy writing.